Hi everyone, here's a special taster of the content that you'll get as a member of the Overwatch community each month. For 1 month only, we're making our latest Overwatch episode available to non-subscribers via our Facebook and YouTube accounts. These films are just one of the ways that our Overwatch community get to see exactly how we are supporting bereaved British Forces children. If you enjoy watching it, then please just head over to our website to find out more and see how you can subscribe. Hi Overwatchers, welcome to our third episode, so our May edition of our Overwatch films. If you're watching this, it means that you're a member of a very special community of people that are there to support the children and young people that our fallen heroes have left behind. And I know with your support and your help that it means that we can be there for these children whenever they need us. During May, we're still very much in the lockdown phase of the coronavirus pandemic. And we've actually seen over the last couple of months just how important community-based activities and events are for our families. You know, bringing them back together as much as we can virtually is really important to our families right now. I think not only have we seen that these activities are fun and they're engaging and they bring that community back and the kids get a buzz, and you know, some of the activities are getting them outside as well and doing things. So we've seen that they're so important to lift their spirits during this tough time. But also what we've found is that they open the door for communication. So families that are a little nervous or a little scared of reaching out for support right now, we're actually finding that after an activity or an event, lots of families are getting in touch to say, thank you so much for the quiz. You know, I haven't seen my kids laugh like that. It was something we could do as a family. It was so brilliant and light-hearted at this tough time. I don't suppose you know where I could get help with, or actually before this activity we've been really struggling, the kids have been really low. Would you be able to recommend something? It's really great because not only is it bringing all the fun stuff, it's opening our support up and our communication up, and it's where the support program comes into play. So it's just amazing. I know that, you know, we can provide lots of fun stuff, but you know, there are obviously families that are really suffering and really going through tough times right now. So it's really important that our support program is strong and that these families know they can contact us whenever they need us. And with your help, you know, it enables us to keep doing that. So just thank you so much. Hopefully this episode will give you a bit of an insight into the activities we've done and what I've just been talking about. And so hope you enjoy May edition of our Overwatch films.
Yummy.
So you've just seen some of the numbers that behind the activities that we delivered during May, but we thought you might be interested in just understanding a little bit more about the background of our Scotty members. So as you'd probably expect, the British Army represents the largest service within our families that we supported here at Scotty's during May at almost 78%. Just over 10% of the young people we supported in May were from RAF families, 6.5% were from Navy families, and a further 5.5% were actually from Royal Marine backgrounds. So we're very much a tri-service charity supporting children and young people who have lost a parent from across the whole of our armed forces. If you're a child or a young person that has experienced the death of a parent who served in the British forces, support is available to you from Scotty's Little Soldiers. The type of death is irrelevant. So whether that child lost a parent and their death was attributed to service, or even if they were a veteran at the time of their death, that doesn't matter to Scotty's. The same support is available to every single member. We believe that, their parent has served our country, so we are now here. We have a duty to make sure we support the children that they leave behind. You can see from the heat map here that our members are spread across the UK. We've also actually provided support to 5 young people living overseas as well during May. The southwest, southeast and northeast regions were particularly active regions in May. The backgrounds of the families that we support are incredibly diverse, and whilst all these young people have all experienced the death of a parent who served for our country, everyone has a different story and different family dynamics. There isn't one particular pathway of support that fits all young people.
Morning guys, 1st of May, I'm out running. That's a total, I sound so positive inside. This is hell, this is really tough for me. I've sort of been one of those people that run for a week, think I'm in the zone, and then stop for a year. Start for a week, stop for a year. So, I'm doing my May marathon. So I'm running a marathon over May. Not a runner. Absolutely hating this right now, even though I'm trying to be bubbly for the video. But raising money for Scotty's Little Soldiers. And the pain I feel right now and later is nothing compared to the pain I see these kids go through.
Lockdown is really hard for everyone, and it's particularly hard for children who've already lost a parent. These kids have obviously lost their normal support mechanisms. They can't see extended family or friends, and there's a lot of heightened anxiety around the prospect of potentially losing another parent. They've already lost one parent, so it's just really frightening for them. At Scotty's, we're doing all we can to support them, and we've got our fantastic families team that are there to offer support. Bev, our head of support, has been in touch with the families to make sure that they know that she's here for them. So we're doing all we can to be there and to make things as easy as possible in a very difficult time. My role as the PR manager for Scotty's is to communicate the work that we're doing, because there's lots going on behind the scenes, but obviously we need people to understand the charity and what we're doing, and for 2 reasons. The first really important reason is that there'll be other kids out there who've lost a parent who served that we're not supporting because they're not Scotty members, and we need them and their families to know that we're here so they can come to us, and then we can offer them the support that they do need. And the other thing that's really important is we obviously need to help raise funds for the charity. And people won't do that if they don't know about us or aren't aware of the work that we're doing. So that's another reason it's really important to communicate that, particularly at a time now where our normal fundraising streams aren't happening. We haven't got the mass events, so so we need to do all we can to bring in some income. So I feel that the most powerful way to communicate our work is to share stories of the families we support, and we've actually got a lot of families where there's parents that are key workers working out on the front line. So over the past few weeks I've been chatting to some of our families, particularly those ones that are key frontline workers, and I had a chat with a really amazing and inspiring woman called Helen Strachan. Her partner, Lance Corporal Kenneth Rowe, was killed in 2008 out in Afghanistan, And Helen has got 2 children that are 12 and 9. Now Helen's a midwife, and being a midwife, she obviously works sort of very difficult hours, and there's no sort of childcare, the schools aren't open at the moment. So she has made the really difficult decision for her children to move in with her sister. So those kids are living with their auntie at the moment. So when Helen does go and see them, it's just in the garden, obviously social distance. So that's really tough for her, and obviously Scotty's has been there to sort of help offer support to her and to the children. So having spoken to her, and obviously that was all, we made sure that she was happy with that. We would never tell a story of any family unless they were comfortable with it. That's obviously our priority. But having had a really interesting conversation with her, I then spoke to a journalist who writes for the Sunday Mirror's supplement magazine Notebook. And she wrote a really interesting article on Helen, which has just been out, and obviously helped raise awareness of Scotty's and its work. There's a nice section in there that particularly highlights the work of Scotty's, so that's a really powerful tool for us, and more of those stories are really important.
Hey Overwatchers, so I just wanted to tell you about something exciting that we're introducing for our Scotty members. So as you might have heard us mention before, we have a members council, and that's made up of some of our Scotty members, and we meet with them at the moment virtually, but we have actually met them in the real life as well, and we talk to them about what they're interested in, what they like, what they'd like to see us bring, and what they the kind of things that interest them. And one of the things that come up was TikTok. So we've got a TikTok account, and we've come up with a solution to get involved with our members and with TikTok and the wider audience as well. And we're calling it TikTok Takeover. So it's Scotty's TikTok Takeover. It's going to happen on a Tuesday, and the members will sign up via our private member zone, which is a website that they have access to. They'll fill out a permission form, and we'll then send them our account details on a Tuesday morning, and they'll actually own our account and take it over completely for the day, posting videos and content. So if you don't know how TikTok works, definitely download it. It's brilliant, it's so funny. But what they'll most likely post is the sort of trending dance videos, or different sort of quizzes and questions. There's all kinds of different things they can do, but that's one of the things they said they wanted to do, and one of the things they loved. So we thought, how can we create something that they can be a part of via TikTok? So we've come up with this, really excited, can't wait to see what ideas they come up with. So yeah, if you're not following us on TikTok, then you definitely should. And this is the address that you'll need to follow, or the TikTok name, TikTok handle, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, really excited about that, really looking forward to seeing what they come up with, and can't wait to tell you more about that maybe in the next episode. Thanks guys, bye!
Hi everyone, thanks for joining me on this week's Sit Rep. Yes, you're right, I am filming this in my car on my drive. Got 4 kids at home, and this morning I just could not find a quiet place to film, so decided to come out to the car.
Hi guys, just thought I'd show you this because I thought this might be interesting to some people, maybe. I'm actually filming the weekly Sit Rep, so I do this every week at the moment. It goes out on a Friday just to keep our supporters updated with what we're doing for our bereaved forces families during this crisis that we're all experiencing. And I could not find a quiet place in the house, and I thought, I'm not filming the Sit Rep in my bathroom. And in fact, it's not even quiet in my bathroom. With 4 kids at home, there's just, I don't know what's going on this morning. They are hyper and there's noise. So I came out into the car. I'm using Joe's car because it's actually a bit bigger than mine. He's got the family's car. So I just thought I'd show you a little bit behind the scenes. So here's where I've been filming. Lovely use of the car logbook there to prep up the camera. And then I'm also using, flip you around this side, also a packet of mints. So that's all you need to film, guys. A logbook, some mints and a camera. No, I've no idea what to do when it comes to filming. I'm not trained in this. You know, Stephen, our filmmaker, is amazing, bless him, and he's been giving me lots of tips of how to use the camera that Scotty's have. But it's basically all auto set, and he's just told me what to do, and then I send the SD card over to Stephen. He does the editing. But obviously there's a lot more to it than what I ever realised with lighting and shadows, and you know, it's quite tricky I have to sort of prep it, set it all up, and then I have to get in position, then I have to quickly record a little bit to check I'm in position and there's no shadows and the light's okay. So it takes a little while, but we've got a teleprompter on here now, so this helps me to know what I'm going to say. So before I was memorizing everything and it was just taking so much of my time, and now we've got a teleprompter where I can put my tablet on here and it reflects into the screen, and I'm giving away my secrets, but it gives me some pointers and keeps me on track, and that saves me so much time. So yeah, this is my setup, and I just thought I'd share that with you. I'm going to head back into the house now and pray that the kids haven't destroyed it. They've not been on their own, by the way. It didn't sounds like I left 4 kids on their own, but they've been with my husband Joe, so they've not been on their own. But I'm going to head back in, and I've got a video call now with Hayley from the Smiles team, actually, for a catch up. We're doing some bits together, so I'm going to jump on that call and catch up with Hayley and do some planning. So I will speak to you all soon. Stay safe, everyone. Bye.
Hi Overwatchers, I'm Stephen, I'm the filmmaker, and I'm the one who spends most of his time sat in front of this computer editing these episodes for you to watch. I'm going to run you through now the behind the scenes of the behind the scenes, I guess. I'm not lucky enough to have an auto cue like Nikki is, so most of this is just all going to be off the top of my head, so if I sound like I'm waffling, then I probably am. If you're not interested in the behind the scenes of the behind the scenes, I keep saying that, then you can always just skip to the next section. That's absolutely fine. Just click the little button in the bottom below on the timeline, and you can always go to the next chapter. For all those who are interested in staying and watching, that's great. You'll see the process that I have to go through to editing these episodes for you. So to start off with, I get a document sent to me on Microsoft Teams, which is listing out everything that we've done in date order on that month. I then take the footage from that month, so everything that we filmed, whether it be virtually or actually on the camera itself. I organise that into folders on my computer and import that all into my editing software, Premiere Pro. After all the footage is imported, I then make sure I've got all my other assets I need, such as music, sound effects, logos and colour palettes. What I need to do now is then move everything into the timeline. So I have to sieve through all the footage to make sure I get the necessary clips that we need from each video in the timeline. All I've got to do then is make sure the timeline is organised and everything's in date order, making sure that I've not missed anything such as the disclaimer, the credits or anything else. One of the most time-consuming and challenging parts about editing these episodes is the animated infographics. Animating infographics can be fun, but at the same time, as I say, it is time-consuming. But it does make it all worth it in the end when you see the final results. So now I've got the timeline organised, one of the most important things I need to do next is to include music and sound effects. The music and sound effects can really make a difference to any video. So once I've got everything edited, what I then do is I then upload multiple drafts at a time. Uploading a draft copy to Vimeo gives some of the other Scotty team members a chance to make sure there's no errors, such as spelling mistake or even some gaps. So once we're happy with the drafts, what I then do is I then export a master copy and upload that. Now the master copy we don't touch from now on. That just gets uploaded and that's what you guys will be watching. For those of you who stuck around to keep watching, I hope you found some of this interesting. I'm now going to get back to editing these episodes, so for you, I hope you enjoy the rest of this episode.
I think that one of the things that they said at the funeral was, you know, everybody knew where they were when Diana died. Everybody knew where they were when the Twin Towers were struck, and everybody knew where they were when they were killed.
Yeah. I mean, how do you think Jack's been affected by Lee's death? Because how old was Jack again?
It was 2.5 when Lee were killed.
So some people will say, and I've heard this loads, oh, he was only 2.5. So
yeah, well, obviously we don't know what was happening. And people say that to me, like, oh, it can't have bothered him, surely. We're only 2.5, he wouldn't have understood, he wouldn't have known. He really did go backwards and it really did affect him. And the only time I used to hear him really speaking, where he had this mobile, and it were an old phone, and he used to go and sit and speak to his dad.
I was so touched when you said that you were going to do some fundraising to mark Lee's anniversary and raise some money for Scotty's. I thought that was just amazing.
I thought, with it coming up to the anniversary, I thought, what can we do that can maybe mean that people can pay their respects to Lee, but means that Scotty's can benefit as well. So I thought, what way can we do this? How can we do it where somebody can pay their respects and just donate a couple of quid, which wouldn't break the bank, but it could really help, one of the kids from Scotty's.
The lockdown has made fundraising really difficult, with so many events being cancelled. But what has been amazing is the amount of supporters that have stepped up and got involved in our virtual fundraising activities. We have seen virtual stair climbs, solo bike rides, and our really popular May Marathon, which even Nikki got involved with. We've really loved seeing how many families have got involved too. 15-year-old Charlotte lost her father in 2017, has been benefiting from Scotty's for the last 3 years. Charlotte got involved in the May Marathon and raised over £600. 10-year-old Lennon from Plymouth lost his dad in Afghanistan in 2011. Lennon got involved in the May Marathon and raised over £1,500. Suffolk sisters Isabel, Emily and Molly raised over £800 by doing the May Marathon. They've benefited from Scotty's support for the last 2 years. They did the May Marathon in honour of their dad's birthday on May the 9th. Of course, there are lots more, but it's always extra special to us when the children that we support like to get involved.
I can give you a rule of 10 if you want. I stick
Oh,
to
yes, please.
10, and I developed one for COVID-19 for people to try and stick to, and it won't suit everybody, but I put it on social media and quite a lot of people liked it and they tried to live by it. So if you've got a notebook and pen or whatever, if you're watching this, you can write down a list of 1 to 10 on the side of the paper. Number 1 is to keep a routine. I think it's really important that just because we're in COVID, I think it's important to keep to a routine. Number 2, to avoid the news. It's easy for us all to sit there and watch the news all day. Number 3 on the list is avoid social media, or limit social media, should I say. It's easy to sit there scrolling through a screen on a phone or an iPad, just looking at social media all day. Some do it more than others, and I enjoy doing social media. Number 4 is to stay out of the fridge. Fridges, pantries, cupboards, larders. We all know that they contain bad stuff: chocolate, crisps, Coke, all this stuff full of sugar and processed foods and fats and all that sort of stuff. And it's easy when you're at home and you're working from home just to nip into the fridge 5, 6, 7, 8 times a day and just take out rubbish food. And before you know it, you put on 2 stone over 4 weeks, and then...
We're currently in the middle of our Scotty's virtual quiz. We've got 84 Scotty members online at the moment with the lovely Alison Hammond, who is hosting for us. She's just so funny. I think the kids are... I've seen all the kids in their videos and they're all in hysterics because she's so funny. She's dropped all her questions all over the place and everything. So they think she's hilarious, but it's going really well. And, these events are so important because they just help the families to still feel part of our military community and see everyone on screen and just do something together. It just makes a huge difference. So really chuffed to have so many of our kids on the screen together, all doing this quiz together. So yes, it's going well.
This month, we launched a new addition to the Fear Naught range. I'm sure most of you will be aware of Fear Naught, which was launched back in 2019. The idea was to promote a way that supporters can help the charity financially, but also get something really cool back in return. We realised, whilst many of our supporters like wearing our Scotty's Little Soldiers brand clothing, it wasn't for everyone. So we came up with the idea of creating a brand which looks a lot more fashionable and really appeals to the type of supporters a military charity attracts. Fear Naught is the motto of the Royal Tank Regiment, which is a regiment that Lee served in. So as well as reflecting the fearlessness of our Scotty's members and our amazing fundraisers, it's also a really personal tribute to Lee and all the other tankies out there. Last month we launched a limited edition rainbow t-shirt, which I'm wearing now. This raised over £1,000 of profit for Scotty's, and this month we've added a new navy version of our super soft hoodie. There are new items coming online all the time, so please do keep checking out the website and see what you like on there. Remember, all the profits raised come directly to the charity, so please keep your eyes peeled and order whatever you love, and give us feedback on it. That would be great.
Cool, okay, so we're mixing it up a bit today. I'm doing the huddle rather than Stuart. Do you want to do the one thing? Who we got first? Is it Bernie? Bailey, are you ready with your one thing from this week, one thing for next?
My thing that I've really enjoyed this week is working on the Just Eat stuff with Nikki. So I've put the order in, and then I had a call from the corporate sales team, and he was actually in the office, and we had a little talk about like how it's working at the moment and how everybody's working, and I said, are you really busy, etc. And then he put me through to Kieran in the design team, and Kieran was working from home, and the whole process just worked really, really well, and it was kind of exciting, and I got to sort of send them the logo and tell them we want certain colours and certain text and things on it, and yeah, that was really fun, and I enjoyed doing that, and it's all good to go. And
hey, just wanted to tell you a little bit about Scotty's Friday night takeaway that we're organising at the moment. So part of our Smiles programme, we're introducing the opportunity for all of our Scotty members to join us for a Scotty's Friday night takeaway. So they'll sign up and they'll each receive a £15 Just Eat voucher that will have been emailed to their guardian to then redeem and purchase a takeaway of their choice on a Friday night, or they could use it on another night, but the idea is that they'll redeem that on the Friday. All Scotty members across the country, although alone, will be together enjoying a takeaway. We've been working with Just Eat on organising all the vouchers, so as you can imagine there'll be quite a lot of £15 vouchers to go out, so we're supporting over 400 bereaved children at the moment. Along with that, they'll receive it on a template, and that template has been designed with all Scotty's colours, logos and everything. It's been really exciting working with the corporate team at Just Eat on producing that, so looking forward to getting those sent out to the families that sign up to our Friday night takeaway.
I've been roped into chairing today, everyone, so you've got to listen to me. So yeah, it's been a really good week, and we're all set to go on Overwatch, so that's really exciting. So the plan is we're having a soft launch today, so it would just go out to sort of core supporters, and then next Wednesday evening is going to be the official launch. So that's when it will go out to everyone. So from that point, you want to be sharing as much as possible and just getting people involved and interested. It's all looking really good. I think we were talked about doing a bit of a screening for us all, so we'll have to organise that, because I don't know how many of you have actually seen it, but people that haven't seen it, it looks really cool. Stephen's done a good job. Well done, Stephen.
This is when Overwatch all started and first went live after a lot of hard work from the team to make it happen. Thank you so much for watching this film and for being a part of this really special community. You really are making a massive difference in so many young people's lives. The support that we offer at Scotty's is holistic. It covers so many aspects of a child's life, from the fun and community-based building activities to the educational support, the long-term life skills, and of course the more emotional side of bereavement. Losing a parent is not something that we can cure, but we can be there for them through their journey and ready to support them and catch them whenever they fall and they need that help. And I think Overwatch is crucial to this. It allows us to provide that support long term. So thank you once again for being a part of this special community and this journey that we're on. I look forward to seeing you all again in episode 4.